for men's singles versus Tang Peng of Hong Kong. A name that if you ask any of the world-class players, they know he's been around and he's threatening. So very great experience. But the favorite in this match, and definitely the crowd favorite in this match, is the Chinese player ZHANG Jike. ZHANG Jike has explosive power from both sides, great footwork, backhand right off the bounce, very steady, calm demeanor. Many of you are very familiar with this game, his antics and other things. He's actually a big fan of hip-hop as well, and football. Very excited for the World Cup. Had a chance to chat with him at lunch the other day. ZHANG Jike also speaks a bit of Sichuanese, as his coach is from Sichuan. Tang Peng is a quiet world-class player, just inside the world-ranked top 20. He's a 19th ranked in the world, and he's been right around there for most of his career. Fans getting crazy around the commentator booth as Wang Hao is sitting nearby. People trying to smother, get some autographs, calling names.
And as we get into game one, ZHANG Jike will start us off with the serve versus Tang Peng.
One love.
Big forehand, ZHANG Jike sending no signs of where that ball is going. Tang Peng just not able to respond or anticipate. Is gone, just smokes it down the line. Makes it look like something that he's been doing all day long.
Love 3.
And there's a receive that it almost seems like ZHANG Jike has coined the modern Chinese backhand from the forehand side of the table. Lead service.
Love 3.
Tang is going to try that again.
Love.
Right now, Tang Peng playing consistent, but just not going to be much of a threat to ZHANG Jike's game at that pace.
Wow. 4-1.
Heavy fast push deep into the backhand of ZHANG Jike.
One, 5.
And the backhand from the forehand side from Tang, sailing just long. ZHANG Jike with a strong start, 5 points to 1.
Two, 5.
Nice backhand down the short side of the table to the forehand.
Five, 3.
And that's 2 shots in a row that ZHANG Jike looked a little bit slow moving to his forehand. Maybe slightly off balance.
Six, 3.
Backhand to backhand, ZHANG Jike can face off with pretty much anybody in the world.
3, 7.
Very deceptive underspin as he tucks in, pulls the racket in close to his body. And Tang Peng, you can hear the laughter from the men behind me. It is a very, very impressive set of shots there from the Hong Kong player. Again, 2 in a row, one after another, right off the bounce. Deja vu. Didn't we just see that? And then a drop shot to finish it off, leaving ZHANG Jike with nothing to do but try and scoop the ball from near the ground. That serve got him twice in a row. High toss and in near the body. It's got a good amount of underspin on it.
Six, 8.
You can hear the aggravation and frustration of ZHANG Jike as he patiently waits to spin the ball up to the backhand side. Still a 2-point lead, but it was once 5-1. Lead service.
6, 8. 6, 9.
Strong placement from ZHANG Jike out wide to the forehand. Not much showing that it was going there until the last moment.
Nine, 7.
Now that does not look like a typical backhand to backhand rally for ZHANG Jike. Just a rip of a forehand. Pialiang, the crowd shouts. Beautiful forehand, wide out to his opponent's forehand side. And it is 3 game points for the world champion, ZHANG Jike. Long fast serve into the backhand does it, and at the first point, the first opportunity, ZHANG Jike takes game 1 in this best of 7 men's quarterfinals. Game 2 coming up in just a minute.
Second game, Tang Peng to serve, love all.
Game 2, Tang Peng to serve.
Love 1.
ZHANG Jike breaks the serve for the first point of game 2. Lead service.
Love 1.
Wow, what a finish to that point. You're not going to see ZHANG Jike chopping too often, especially not if the response is like this from Tang Peng. Oh, he went all in, and Xu Xin called his bluff. And by Xu Xin, I mean ZHANG Jike. What a block. Nobody left on the table.
Let 2-1.
Again, beautiful shot. Big forehand by Tang Peng, and the ball comes right back. Big spinny inside-out forehand deep to the backhand corner from Tang Peng. And something we've just learned is that Tang Peng has short pips on the backhand side of his racket. Soft touch on the ball before last. ZHANG Jike playing a very steady spin shot to keep the ball in play, get the rally started, but still a lot of pressure for Tang Peng. And we can see those short pips in action as he touches the ball with light backspin. Going for fast and long to the backhand. Serve getting away from him, and it's tied up at 4 points apiece.
5-4.
Clever service, deep. Light spin there. So close to being so amazing. Zhang Jike steps around to take that forehand from the backhand corner, and it's hooking just wide. No matter who you're rooting for, you sort of want to see that shot go in.
6-5.
I guess unless you're rooting for Zhang Jike. Zhang Jike now has the lead 6 points to 5.
Five, 7.
And as we said, backhand to backhand, Zhang Jike just too strong for pretty much anybody. But when you're facing short pips, someone sort of changes the spin on the ball a bit, it comes back a little flatter. It might be tough for you to get in your rhythm. What an angle! That's the shot we wanted to see him make before. He was practically in the middle of the table when he hit that shot, but it was bending so wide to the forehand side. Impressive creative shot from Tang Peng.
Seven.
Popped up a little bit high. Tang Peng stepping in and sort of brushing, doing the open face shot to the wide backhand of Zhang Jike. Not sure what's happening in the crowd, but there are a lot of girls screaming. Zhang Jike's playing, so usually they're screaming for that reason. Big forehand. Tough to block as Zhang Jike is edging toward the end of this game. Tang Peng serving at 7-9.
Eight, 9.
So I just got word on the screams. Apparently they were saying Zhang Jike, Jiao, and Zhang Jike turned and gave him a little wave, and that was enough for screams of possibly fainting teenagers.
9-0.
Little help off the top of the net. Tang Peng ties it up at 9 points apiece. They're still blushing. You can see it. Red cheeks of girls all throughout the crowd thinking about Zhang Jike.
Let's 9-0. 9-10.
Fast long serve and then the backhand as he pulls back to take it. Surprisingly, not making that shot. That's usually bread and butter for him. That's his wheelhouse. But he's now fighting against a game point.
10-0.
Short, heavy underspin to the forehand side. Smart serve as Zhang Jike ties it up at deuce in game 2.
11-10.
Tang Peng inviting the backhand to backhand rally. Too much spin on it from Zhang Jike. Now Zhang Jike has game point.
Let's
serve.
11-10.
Could barely hear the ball bounce on Tang Peng's side of the table. What's happening? More fainting going on in the crowd. Grunt for grunt, the grunt of Zhang Jike is just better than Tang Peng's. And Zhang Jike takes game 2 12-10 to go up 2-0 in the men's singles quarterfinal.
Third game, Zhang Jike to serve, love all.
Game 3, Zhang Jike starting us off.
Love 1.
That's a tricky shot when you've got short pips and someone loops the ball. A little bit difficult to read what's on it.
Two, love.
Big dipping paddle there, going for the forehand heavy spin deep on the table, but overdoes it. Tang Peng leading 2-0 and just starting his service sequence. And Zhang Ke getting very comfortable from off the table, just sort of keeping the ball in play. Tang Peng knows it. Wants to be able to win that point. Not very easy. A little bit of luck off the top of the net. ZHANG Jike takes the point. 2 in a row, ties it up.
Two, 3.
That was very peculiar. There is all sorts of funny stuff happening. He tossed the ball, didn't like his toss, and just didn't try to hit it. Really mind-boggling.
3-0.
And then there's that. Look at this ball. Nice open shoulders, deep to the backhand side. At lunch tomorrow, I'm going to have to ask ZHANG Jike about that service toss.
4-3.
ZHANG Jike is having a very funny match today. Between the interaction with the crowd.
3-5.
While he's leading 2-0, he's still down 3-5. It's a best of 7. We saw Xu Xin up 2-0, and Gao Ning came back 3 in a row. Tang Peng has had some great wins in his career. As we said, he's quiet but very threatening. All the world top 20 and probably world top 100 know him well.
Let 3-6. Seven, 3.
And that's the backhand to backhand rally with the pips. When Tang Peng hits it with those pips, it's not quite like warm-ups.
Wet.
Seems like the ball was wet, so he's going to be wiping it off, drying it off so that they can play with it.
7-4.
Tang Peng going for the big flat backhand punch shot. It's not very big, but it sounded pretty big.
4-8.
The ball just moves differently off short pips. At ZHANG Jike's level, though, you think he's probably got some experience against it. Not super common for men in the highest level to be playing with short pips on either side of their racket. And from way off the table, Tang Peng decides to try and step around that and take a spinny forehand from his inverted side.
Nine, 5.
And it's a 4-point lead near the end of this game for Tang Peng. Talking about the short pips made me think about what other top men players have had short pips on either side of their racket. I guess He Ji-win on the forehand side, Johnny Huang.
9-6.
For Johnny Huang, it's been a long time since he's been competing. He had it on the forehand side for a flat hit. Chinese player who played for Canada for a large period of his life. Oh, an unfortunate for Tang Peng moment. Ball could have missed and would have been 4 game points for Tang Peng, but now it's a 9-7 lead instead. Looks of confusion from Tang Peng as he goes for a quick underspin receive on the forehand side. Staring at his paddle long and hard, trying to figure out why that happened. And that shot is just too good. Long and fast to the backhand, followed with the forehand as low and fast as they come down the short side of the table. Look at that ball. That's 4 points in a row from ZHANG Jike after trailing 5-9. It is now 9 points apiece.
9-10.
And you could hear the sound of those short pips as he goes for the flat shot back. 5 points in a row as ZHANG Jike has game point. And that's it, 6 in a row. He does it to go up 3-0, 11-9 in game 3. ZHANG Jike's leading. Game 4 coming up in just a minute. For Tang Peng to start us off.
1-love.
Gets the first point with his serve, goes up 1-0. Very awkward backhand ball. But still, ZHANG Jike hangs in there. 1 point apiece. Trying for the chop block with the short pips on the backhand side. He's going to be blocking passively like that. It's not going to be a recipe for success. ZHANG Jike just has more time to identify the spin on the ball and then rip it. Now that backhand seemed like a better backhand, but still, ZHANG Jike, no problem. Flat, low. ZHANG Jike turns it to the short side of the table. The timeout is called by Tang Peng. 1-4, down 0 games to 3. What's it gonna take? What can he do? Well, we know he's got one weapon that's probably less common for ZHANG Jike to face, the short pips. How can he effectively use it? I haven't seen Tang Peng twiddle at all. I wouldn't be surprised if that's not part of his game. It's probably why we haven't seen it. Service variety, half-long serves. Maybe getting his forehand attack in a little bit more. But if he gives up too much space on the table, ZHANG Jike is going to be very strong.
Okay. 1-4.
So Tang Peng is back after his timeout. 1 point to 4.
5-1.
Nice change of pace there, but still ZHANG Jike able to stay in and rip the shot. A little bit of help off the top of the net. Nice opening by Tang Peng with the backhand, but still no threat to ZHANG Jike right now.
2-6.
Although there is the intimidation factor. It's very unusual behavior by ZHANG Jike. Practice serve after his service error.
3-6.
Coming in quick, a little bit deep for an off-the-bounce touch shot like that.
7-3.
And that receive looked a lot like the receives of Gao Ning. Very open face, sort of flat, going for placement. Very spinny ball and an outstanding shot from Tang Peng to take the pace off the ball and leave it wide to the forehand side. Look at this ball. No problem. You can almost read the label on it. He takes so much spin off it.
Let 7-4.
What a backhand! Just flat hits it, and it's completely past ZHANG Jike. That's the type of rocket shot you hope for when you got short pips on one side of your paddle. Tang Peng was down 2-6 and is now down 5-7. Could he change things? Fast long serve deep on the table. ZHANG Jike trying to stay loose. Playing a very expressive game today, if nothing else.
7-0.
And from 2-6 is now at 7-7. What a comeback. If he can win this game, who knows, we'll be starting still down by a lot, 1-3. After a beautiful backhand spin shot with the short pips, comes in for the touch shot, not able to control it. Even the Chinese coach is laughing at that one. Beautiful shot by Tang Peng right down the line, and ZHANG Jike saves it from the floor. And then some good pace to the backhand. ZHANG Jike's strong legs recovers. He's standing there watching. Love that. That's a picture-perfect pose right there as it catches the edge of the table. 7-9.
8-9.
And then after a beautiful forehand down the forehand side with that flip, cannot recover for the next ball. I still want to see the photographer's shot who got him staring off balance as he hit the edge of the table for the point before last. Tang Peng trailing by 1, trying to even up the score.
9-4.
And he does it. Kicking serve with topspin. ZHANG Jike is going to have the last 2 serves of this game. Crowd chanting passionately for ZHANG Jike. They really want him to jayo. An excellent soft touch with the short pips from Tang Peng. Keeping it in close to the table. ZHANG Jike a little bit off balance. Even if he's taking it easier trying to conserve energy, he does not want to have to play another game right now. See if he can deuce things up. And Tang Peng comes back from 2-6, 7-7, down 7-9, and wins the last 4 points to take the game 11-9, and he is on the board 1-3. We'll be back for game 5 in just a minute.
One love.
ZHANG Jike takes the first point of game 5.
1-0.
And an unexpected counter loop off a very spinny ball, pretty low too. Tang Peng showing his outstanding forehand prowess. What a forehand flip at full extension over the table, short near the net, and as wide as they come, he just crushed that ball.
2-0.
Very fast opening backhand from over the table by ZHANG Jike. Still an aggressive response from Tang Peng, but too much pressure. Too clever. ZHANG Jike, soft touch, leaving that ball bouncing on the floor before Tang Peng can even get there to pick it up. Looks like he's going to take the stroke. No telegraphing that shot. Peng really showing some outstanding movement and play, some great aggression on the forehand side and the backhand side. ZHANG Jike very comfortable in his skin right now, playing his game. TANG Peng trailing 2-4.
3-4.
It's an uncomfortable rally, backhand to backhand with short pips.
Five, 3.
And that time the discomfort was in the corner of TANG Peng.
Let
service.
5-3.
Soft block, ZHANG Jike steps in and just takes the angle of his choice to the short side of the table. Not a bad block.
4-6.
TANG Peng trailing by 2 again, 4-6. Going for the big forehand, quick decision to the short side of the table. No luck, and he's trailing by 3 again, 4-7.
8-4.
Right idea, the backhand punch. He's playing too wide there off the side of the table. ZHANG Jike is 3 points away from finishing off this match.
8-5.
And TANG Peng says, not yet, my friend. Big backhand punch from over the table. He's going for it, definitely not playing afraid.
5-9.
But not only not playing afraid, not throwing it away either. He's going for good shots. He just has to put some pressure on. What a shot, ZHANG Jike, low as they come, and still playing the short side of the table with a huge forehand. It is now 5 match points for ZHANG Jike.
10-6.
4 left. 10 serving 6. Interesting decision, some exhibition play from TANG Peng. Going for the around the world. Oh! Now you always wonder what happens here when someone suggests exhibition and then ends up winning the points. What if TANG Peng decided to come back and play as hard as he can every point, wins this game, wins the match? Unlikely.
11-7.
And he gives it away, 11-7. ZHANG Jike takes the match 4-1, and he'll be moving on to the semifinals for the men's singles at the China Open. Great match with some great play, a little bit of fun at the end, and stick around because we've got another exciting match coming up just shortly.